Just when Prince Harry and Meghan might think things are turning in their direction. I mean, after all, he's set up the paps to have him celebrating the big victory when it comes to the drug cover-up.
Meghan Markle's Hollywood dreams might be unraveling. From podcast flops to party snubs, she's facing major rejection from the very elites she hoped would embrace her. And now names like Gwyneth Paltrow and Martha Stewart are distancing themselves. So, what's really going on behind the scenes?
And Meghan has even tried to pretend she still has a friend from school who sends her lovely pictures of themselves from their holidays. Just while all of that is going down, Gwyneth Paltrow puts the boot in the most subtle way. To discuss it all, I'm delighted to be joined today by Stephanie and Nancy Sidley. You, of course, know them as the Twin Talk Twins. So great to have you back on Outspoken for the first time, just the three of us. Really looking forward to this, and we've got a lot to discuss. But first, guys, can we talk about this Gwyneth Paltrow interview? Because it's clever the way that Gwyneth has done it, and I'll get a little bit in depth in just one moment. But effectively, what she has done, and she's obviously hit it with a whole load of faint praise, but what she has done is deny these rumours that Team Sussex have been trying to put out for years, that Meghan and Gwyneth have some type of friendship. She says absolutely not.
Bravo, Gwyneth.
We thought it was great. It was brilliant what she did. Very cryptic. And
Good
obviously
word.
she squashed those rumors, which was brilliant because she did not want to be associated with Meghan. Obviously, when Gwyneth had that Goop Hamptons summit thing and Meghan was there, she did everything she could to not be pictured or have Meghan come to that Goop thing with Reese Witherspoon and Cameron Diaz. So we knew that Gwyneth was a little like, stay away from me. But the Vanity Fair article was so perfect, and we just knew exactly what she was trying to say. She was saying, yeah, Meghan, you should definitely try it.
You should do it.
You should definitely try to be.
You should be an influencer.
You should be an influencer like me. Everybody should try something.
It's so easy.
Yeah, if you think it's so easy, Meghan, come on in. There's plenty of room, because she's basically like saying, I am not threatened by you, Meghan. You do not threaten me. The more the merrier. Come on in.
Today we're breaking down the A-list cold shoulder Meghan's been getting and what it means for her future in Hollywood. After stepping back from royal duties, Meghan Markle was poised to conquer Hollywood with high-profile deals: Netflix, Spotify, Archwell, and even whispers of a lifestyle brand to rival Goop.
The water's fine because
Let's watch this train wreck.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
She did the same thing to Kourtney Kardashian when Kourtney made Poosh, which was like a poor man's Goop. And she went on the Kardashians and just did the same thing.
Yeah.
She was just like, oh God, I'm so,
We got
so cute.
We have to protect our female girls, and we have to support women, and we have to everyone has to come out with candles and yay. But it's like she's mocking them at the same time. And oh God, Dan, the fact that she said, I don't know them.
Yes. And then the journalist sort of had to remind her, oh, you do. I found that absolutely fascinating. And in fact, I want to go into all of the details of that. But first, what I like is you've said it's cryptic from Gwyneth. We can read between the lines. You know who isn't being cryptic? You know who isn't trying to hide things? And I support this just as much. Martha Stewart. This is now all out war. So obviously, if you were watching the show last week, you would know that Meghan stole Martha Stewart's one-pot pasta recipe, and Martha actually went online and said, mine is the original and the best. Now, she has posted this on her Instagram story. Honestly, I can't believe it's real, but I'm told it is. Martha is hosting a champagne and caviar party. Where are you sitting? Now, she's there alongside Snoop Dogg and Meryl Streep. And then, table 2, the one no one wants to be on, Meghan Markle, Oprah Winfrey, and Kendrick Lamar. So there's nothing subtle or cryptic about Martha Stewart's war with Meghan, is there?
No, she's literal, and I love that about her. I mean, she doesn't. She did the same thing with Ryan Reynolds when she was talking about him. She said, you know, he's not a funny guy.
Yeah,
She goes,
I love
"He's-"
Martha.
she's like, he's very dark.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't think he's funny at all. Like she's real. She's
Yeah.
authentic.
Very authentic.
But
And
when I saw that, I thought it was fake too. I actually
Yeah.
went to Nancy and I was like, is this real?
I
And
know.
Nancy looked it up and she goes, it's totally real.
I thought it was fake.
But look, Martha has reason to be annoyed, though, because all Meghan needed to do, right, was show the OG a little bit of love. And that's
Yes.
where she's so stupid. And her psychology is always so wrong. Just imagine if she'd said in With Love, Meghan, but this is something that she would never be able to bring herself to do, by the way. But just imagine if she'd said, this is my one pot pasta recipe, totally inspired by the OG, the lifestyle guru, the woman who I look up to, the legend that is Martha Stewart. It would have changed everything. But Meghan can never give anyone else credit.
no.
No, I mean, she's literally taking peanut butter pretzels and putting them into another bag. I mean,
Yeah.
she will never give anyone any credit.
And what I thought was interesting, because I did watch the Martha Stewart One Pot Pasta, Martha doesn't need a yes man next to her going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, are you going to put that in there? Like Martha's just like, okay, this is what you do. That's what I thought Meghan's show was originally going to be. Her in the kitchen, giving us step-by-step stuff. Instead, she's talking to the director. She's really just uncomfortable the whole time. She doesn't know who to look to. It just was so robotic and weird. But yeah, good for Martha. I'm proud of her. That's awesome. I love her.
But instead of a warm welcome, she's met with closed doors and awkward silences. Sources close to Gwyneth Paltrow reveal that Meghan's attempts to collaborate or even connect have gone unanswered.
Now, let's dig into this Gwyneth Paltrow Vanity Fair article, because I think it is worth just looking at her exact words. She won't be happy,
Yes.
by the way, with the fact that the headline is Gwyneth Paltrow on motherhood, make America healthy again, Meghan Markle making out with Timothy Chalamet, and much more. Most people actually would be more interested, I guess, with the fact that she's making out with Timothy Chalamet in this
Yes,
new movie.
I would agree.
But here is the subtle way that she throws shade on Meghan Markle. So the journalist writes, when I feebly suggest that maybe the drone, talking about the paparazzi drone, came for Oprah or Harry and Meghan, Paltrow cracks, it's 3 for the price of 1 up here. Then she adds, I don't know Meghan and Harry. The journalist says, I'm surprised given how close they live. And then Gwyneth clearly knows, oh, shivers, I've been caught out. I'm going to have to tell the truth. I mean, I've met Meghan, she says, who seems really lovely, but I don't know her at all. Maybe I'll try to get through their security detail and bring them a pie. I mean, the shade, right?
It was like an interrogation room and the light got pointed at her at that moment. It
Yeah.
was like, okay, really tell the truth.
Yeah. Do you know them?
Do you know them? And it's like, oh man. And then she talks about the security, because we all know that Harry has been pushing this narrative for the past 5 years. And she said it. She actually said it.
And she knows living in Montecito, the
They don't
security
need
detail for
security
him.
detail.
They don't need
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
And
yeah, what was the pap walk, Dan? I mean, what was that?
Oh.
Where's he walking into?
Exactly. And oh, it just so happens that it's This Morning, and it just so happens that it's Backgrid, the paparazzi agency. I think then what Gwyneth goes on to do in the interview, by the way, is subtly give some advice to Meghan Markle, which I think Meghan would be very, very wise to listen to. So listen to Paltrow's words, because it's actually the opposite way that Meghan thinks of other women. So Paltrow says, I was raised to see other women as friends, not foes. I think there's always more than enough to go around. Everybody deserves an attempt at everything that they want to try. And she says, another woman is never your competition. What is right for you will find you. And she also adds, oh, that's why I like to go on other women's podcasts. But of course, we know that she has absolutely no intention of appearing on Ms. Markle's podcast.
She wants nothing to do with Meghan and Harry. She has made that perfectly clear through her actions throughout the years. And Gwyneth is known for being like the mean girl in Hollywood in a good way, like a way we can respect. Like, we're like, we get it. Like, you are so in your sauna, dry brushing your skin every day, and you talk about your wool sweaters, and that's great. Like, we see what we get.
You're just eating bone broth, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah,
like we get it.
Yeah,
like, it's cool.
But she definitely can see Meghan is trying to get on her turf, and she's just putting a stop to it right away before it even happens. She's just saying, look, you need to check yourself and see what you're doing, and maybe get some reflection before you continue on whatever it is you're doing.
And then also, I loved in the article, she said, I haven't even watched the trailer.
Yes,
she said that.
One insider claimed there's no interest in associating with her brand right now. And Martha Stewart, she reportedly turned down a feature proposal involving Meghan, citing misalignment in brand values.
Savage.
Burn. And no, you are completely right. I mean, look, I'm no big fan of Gwyneth Paltrow, but it's not about that. That's not what it's about. She works, and Goop works, because she is authentically her, just like Martha Stewart. They're not trying to pretend to be every woman. That's not the point. And that's why I think Meghan's positioning was so dishonest and so inauthentic. But speaking of dishonest and inauthentic, what do you think about the fact that Meghan couldn't even allow Harry to have his little moment in the spotlight, literally just as he wins big because there's this drug cover-up going on? She decides to share an unseen throwback snap of herself as a fresh-faced high school student, just so she knew when all of the headlines were going on about her husband's visa documents, it would be her who was pictured. Sure enough, that's how the Mail framed it. She posted on Instagram, when your dear friend from middle school, high school sends you something from your alma mater and it brings you the biggest smile to your face, go Pandas, thanks. Shush. What do you make of this, girls?
Well, there's a couple things that she did there. She tagged the pandas because she knew then that Immaculate Heart would then put the picture up on their page as well. So she was trying to get comments. Now, what was strange was I went over to Immaculate Heart and there were only positive comments. So what they had done was they had someone deleting probably all the negative ones as it was coming in. So I think she's testing the waters on what the comments are going to say if she wants to in the future open up her comments, because right now she's losing out on money on Instagram by keeping those comments restricted.
Yeah,
because everybody knows, like, the more likes and comments you get, the more money you get paid. I think she's getting desperate and she's sort of testing the waters. And again, as an American, as a person who grew up as an American,
seriously, you're just
as a person on as a person on the West Coast and who grew up in the same time as Meghan, that throwback picture is so pathetic.
It's
and
so LA,
thirsty and desperate, and it's pathetic.
And also, it's like she really is. I think she's trying to dip her foot into the pool because a couple nights ago she opened her comments up on the waffle story.
Wafflegate.
When she made those waffles, she opened her comments up.
Well, I want to talk about Wafflegate. What happened with the comments?
Well, this is the first time she ever opened them. So what do you think happened? I mean, people were going underneath going, apologize to the Queen. Yeah. Apologize to the late Queen. Why would you do this to Prince Philip? People were going nuts.
It was on the Instagram story that she opened. She didn't actually own.
No, not on Instagram posts, but on the story of Wafflegate. Yeah. She opened up her comments. So she definitely is reading them.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out, should I open them on my actual post?
That'll never happen.
In Hollywood terms, that's a hard no. Thanks for watching. Whether you love her or hate her, Meghan Markle continues to be one of the most polarizing figures in modern pop culture. And in Hollywood, that can either make you or break you.